All right, everyone. Thanks for joining. This is for Monday's game against the Royals. For various reasons, wasn't able to get it out, and so we learned some important things from Monday night. I talked to the boys a few times during the game, and I tried to challenge them and see how we would respond. And I think we responded in various ways. Sometimes we responded really well. We didn't get the. Sometimes you do that and you get the results that you are looking for. Sometimes you do it and you it just doesn't end up working out that way. You don't get the results you're looking for. And so that's something that we'll look forward and a teaching moment that we'll have teaching moment for me toward the boys and also for myself that I think we got the pressure a little bit. I think we might have felt the pressure a little bit. And so working with everybody on how to deal with pressure and also on the types of pressure that we have to deal with in games. And certainly that pressure that is good to have, but also dealing with it in a way and that isn't going to negatively impact us. I think at times it might have negatively impacted us during the game. We started out really, really strong. We had a good pitching performance going into the second inning. Our pitchers threw 42 pitches and then had to come out in the second inning and our we had 66 pitches from our reliever. All in all, we had 11 strikeouts for the game between our two pitchers, and I think that's really really good. On the batting side, we also had 11 strikeouts, and that's something that we haven't had except for that first game of the season where we just had a really really good pitchers duel. Um, like I said, we started out really fast. We scored 3 runs in the first inning and then just kind of held on until after that. And we made some mistakes in the field. We made some decisions in the field that looked like we were a little too tight, a little too nervous at times, not possibly not having the fun that we want everybody to have. That's how it looked from watching. That's how it looked from talking to the kids during the game and after the game. But I told them at the end, I said, we're before that last at bat, I said, hey, look, for the game that we've played, we are still here with the chance to win this. So let's trust ourselves and trust our teammates and let's go get this. And we ended with the bases loaded. So we got a hit to start off the inning. We had 2 walks to walk around a few more people. So a hit that here and there, a walk here and there, a bad pitch here and there, we could have had a different outcome to that game. And so I did tell the boys afterwards, I said, there's some important lessons from this that I want to reiterate right now. One, we got to finish. We started so strong. We got to finish a game. We have to finish all of our games. This is what happens. This is what can happen when you start strong and then something happens along the way. We had a shift in the game and we just kind of lock up a little bit and we start to feel the pressure a little bit more and we stop having fun. And these are the things that can happen. That's what it looks like. So, I was telling the boys on finishing a game, I said, it's like taking an exam. You don't take 10 or 15% of the exam. You take 100% of the exam. You try to finish the whole exam and you try to do well on the whole exam. And that's an important lesson we'll have going into the rest of the season. Another important lesson is I don't want the boys to walk away with this was a game that we had talked about that I think should have been a different outcome for us, and that was on us. That was on us as coaches. It was on me, and we could have ended that game differently and had a different result. Now, the results, as I said, are not the most important things. It's the lessons that are the most important things. And the lesson from that is, like I previously said, finish the game, but also that hard lesson we learned Monday is going to come back and benefit us in the future. we saw what happened when we start strong and then we just kind of hold on and then we sort of get nervous and stop having as much fun. We've seen what happens in that situation. So now let's see what happens when we continue to have fun the whole time. And I think that hard lesson from Monday will come back and that's going to help us. And then the last thing I was Coach and I were talking about is, we've played 7 games so far. We've played 7 all competition games, 5 league games. Just in those 5 league games, we have been part of a pitcher's duel, a really, really good pitcher's duel. We have been part of a game where we had really good pitching and really good fielding. And on top of that, we were really patient at the plate. So we scored runs off of walks and we had some timely hits. We scored runs off of those. We've also been part of a game that, as we talked about, had a lot of adversity, and we had to find a way to deal with that and bounce back from that. And I think that's real important for us and for the players and for the kids. Then we were part of a no hitter. We talked about we were part of a no hitter combined with the fact that we had our season high hits. Um, and so we scored when we needed to, and we overcame some decisions that we made here and there that weren't the best decisions. And then we had a game that got away from us. We had a game that we were in control and we let get away from us. And that's all in the first 5 games. And so what I want the boys to know, and we'll reiterate with them, is in these first 5 games, 7 all competition games, we have seen a wide run the gamut of types of games that we could play in. And so everything we have seen up to this point will prepare us for the rest of the season and prepare us for more baseball down the road when people are playing and people are learning from these. There are a lot of people who play a long time and never see all of the situations that we have seen in the first 5 games. So we're pretty lucky in that instance. We said there would be some games that we'll probably win that maybe we um, had to pull out at the end. There would be some games that we let go. We've seen all of that. We've seen pitching duels. We've had games where we've been really patient and we've hit the ball really well. And so we're really lucky after 5 league games, 7 all competition games to be in the situation where we are to learn these types of lessons that we've learned. So I'm really excited what we're going to look for the rest of the season, more learning situations, and we're going to look for those situations to make sure that the kids are having fun, the kids are comfortable, and the kids can compete in the way that they need to be able to compete and need to be able to learn. So thanks a lot, everybody.